Hello, this is the reading for the full moon in December, the last full moon of the year. So let's see what energies the feminine and masculine hold at this time. So this is the feminine and this is the masculine. This card jumped out this way, so you can either interpret it upright or reversed depending on. Okay, but it's the unknown card. So in this deck, the unknown card, you can only read it one way, which is upright. And this is talking about how you view the situation. So you need to look at the other two cards at this time and see how the energies are. And as you can see here, she has a crystal ball in her hand. So it's almost like destiny. It's up to you. Working with the cosmos, the full moon, and whichever other energies you like to work with, they'll give you the answers. And it also is about mystery. The answer is not to be revealed. So perhaps near to the end of the year or whenever it's suitable, you'll find the answer. So let's look at the masculine. Okay, so you have the Ace of Swords, but it's reversed. So aces are always about new beginnings. And here you can see it's a really strong sword. And there are butterflies coming out of it, which represents new beginnings. And swords it represents the mind. So it could be really quick thoughts which are coming in, but it's reversed. So this is not the time to begin something new. The time will come, but now is not the right time. And if you try too hard and not allow the natural course of things to take place when they're supposed to, just like the unknown card, the masculine and feminine are always in sync, and could be the masculine and feminine within you or within a partnership. If you don't allow it to happen in its own time, it's not going to pan out for the best. So this talks about waiting on it. Even if you have some plans and ideas, don't put them away. Keep them in a notebook or a place where they are easily accessible. And then when you feel the time is right, you go back to them and start a new big idea, a big project. Okay, so for the feminine, we have the World. So this is a strong major arcana card. As you can see here, she is meditating on top of a globe. And again, there's butterfly symbolism. So there's new beginnings, and it's like the world is your oyster, that phrase. So this really talks about coming into your own. Everything is in your hands. Things are really magical. And it's not about, putting negative things under the rug and just ignoring them. It's more about realizing that life has positives and negatives, and then you work on the negatives to change them, to enhance them into positives, because there's so much to be grateful for. So you can maybe start with a gratitude list. Every day just think of a few things you have to be grateful about, and could be simple things like I have my favorite food today, or I have the opportunity to meet my friends, and that makes me happy. Just really small things, and you'll see how easily the things that you ask for, the things which are positive and which affect everyone in a good way, how easily they manifest into your life. So the World is about, this is the last card in the major arcana, which started with the Fool. So it's the combination of the energies. It's almost like they're starting with Jan and we end in December. It's like an ending, but with endings always come new beginnings. So there is a really high level of consciousness as well. So it could be coming together with your soul tribe, with meeting new people who resonate with you, maybe about issues which are going on in today's world, like animal cruelty, moving into the state of from 3D consciousness to 5D consciousness, not taking things too personally, not reacting immediately, but more of allowing your emotions to simmer and mellow down and observe them before reacting on all of these changes. And there's a completion of a cycle and the promise of a new beginning. And there is a lotus depicted here as well. So it's about going through the challenges, like a lotus comes out through muddy water into this beautiful and radiant flower that it is. And you can listen to Om, or you can even tell it within you, and make sure you hear the resonance, because that is what will align your chakras. And she is wearing an Om necklace. It can be seen clearly here. So if you like to listen to Om, it's just a universal sound, you can do that as well. Okay, so let's see what the masculine has in store. The Page of Swords. So you can see here, it's another card where it's a bit blur, where the light near her sword is lit up. So this talks about changes and how, even though the background is gloomy, she is at the focus of this card. So what it's trying to tell us is to be assertive and do not give up easily, but also be just and be forthright and use your intellect. And it's another sword card. So this is all about using your thoughts to manifest what you would like into your reality, the masculine, and use it in a positive way to diffuse conflict. And the mind is such a powerful tool. Don't use it for things like plotting revenge and all of that, when you can use it to garner good ideas, to come up with good solutions, and to just work together as a community and be calm and always ready for action. Okay, so for the feminine, let's see what the last message is. It's the Queen of Pentacles. So feminines, you have really powerful messages for you at this juncture. It's the ending of this whole year, so just take all the lessons which you have consciously and subconsciously brought into this consciousness, and just integrate all of it, and you can be this queen. She's down to earth, she's practical, she's generous and nurturing. Just everybody is really attracted to her because of her persona, and she cultivates the land and all that lives around her. So it's truly about integrating your five senses, including intuition, working with all the elements of nature, and working together in community. The world is your oyster. So it's just about truly being in this consciousness and working from within, so that you can experience all the beauty that the outside has, and be warm and welcoming to those around you. So the masculine, what's the last message for you? It's Death reversed. So this is a major arcana card, and it's suitable for this time of year because it's an ending. It's an ending of a year and then the beginning of a new one, if you do follow this calendar. But it has come up in reverse. So there is a little bit of a resistance to change and refusing to let go of something that's no longer viable or productive, and that ties in with the Ace of Swords reverse. So you have these new ideas, but there is a part of you that does not want to let go of the old, and it's only when you let go of the old can the new come in. So there is a resistance. Try to understand where it's coming from, because you can be this radiant being. You can find the light within you despite all the gloominess. Find that place within you and then move on with your plans. The fear of change is what is keeping you on a current path, even if it is self-destructive. So now is the time for you to hone up your skills and come into your own and realize how much of a blessing you are to those around you, and how many blessings you have all around you. So it's within and without, just integrating all of these energies. Okay, so for the feminine, let's see which keeper of the light wants to come forward to enhance these messages for you. And hopefully by now you understand what the unknown card is holding in store for you. But if you don't know yet, it's okay. You can always wait for the right moment, and when it presents itself to you, you will know. And here we have Freya with the full moon right behind her, and it's talking about phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending, illusions and revealed and released. So this is a perfect message. And again, the masculine, if you resonate with this could be the feminine and the masculine aspect within you. So it's both, it's the integration of both. So let's see what the further messages are from Freya. Okay, so Freya, it means lady, and she's a Norse goddess of the moon and love, and she's the twin flame of Odin, who is a warrior goddess, and she'll stand before you with her shield if you call upon her, and she keeps you safe from harm, and she works closely with the moon energy. So if you would like to do that, if you would like to mix some moon water, just fill a mason jar with water, cover it up, leave it outside under the full moon, and then take it out and sip a little bit of it, and you absorb the moon's energy and truly work with it. And that our life is filled with cycles and it's always changing. So she represents the maiden, mother, and the crone aspect of all women, and she helps them to see the wisdom that all of these cycles bring. And she has a raven spirit totem, so that represents the capacity to travel between heaven and earth. So you might try lucid dreaming, where you are in a dream but you sort of know the dream, so you can maybe live out your creative ideas or things which are not possible at this time, and you can live them out because the world is your oyster. And the extended message: a phase of your life may be coming to an end, but it's important to acknowledge that it's not the end. So when one door closes, another will open. You're desperate for change, but now that it's here, you may be feeling vulnerable. So know that mighty goddess Freya will guide you. Illusions and revealed, so you can leave behind anything that is not true, similar to this death card. So we are always in tandem, masculine and feminine, and can step into your peaceful warrior-like energy and welcome the changes that you deserve. So tie up all the loose ends and take heart. This is a very exciting time. Okay, so for the masculine, let's see which keeper of the light is stepping forward for you. Okay, so faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. So she's the archangel who's focused on bringing out our benevolence. She's the twin flame of Archangel Michael. So she helps us recognize that humans are basically good and aligned with love, and she's all about just having faith and trusting, just like her namesake. So even though the world has taught us that we're separate from love, if we begin to see the good in other people, then we'll start to cultivate a loving experience within ourselves. And as the masculine energy, I think a lot of us have been taught that, as a man, you're not allowed to express yourself through maybe tears or any creative expression that may be deemed feminine. That is not true. If you find the need to express yourself, do it, so that you don't keep it within you, and you come from this place of love and healing and understanding. And the extended message is to stay calm and breathe. You're a divine being of love who has done so much good. So you may be going through a transformation, which is the death card, and feel that you're not getting anywhere, you're just stuck. But Archangel Faith, she's close to you to guide you beyond the limitations that your ego, or commonly known as fear, has created for you. You may be working out whom to trust, but first you need to trust yourself. So when you do this and recognize that you're made of love, you'll attract those who reflect that love, and you can enjoy true friendships and loving relationships, and know that good is here to stay. And tying in with that beautiful message, we have the Holy Spirit, and that says, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real, Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So according to a spiritual text, the Holy Spirit, he goes between illusion and truth, so we can move beyond the illusion of fear into love energy, and that is never separate from God. So when it appears in reading, prepare for the miraculous. So even if you're stuck right now, a change is coming your way. If you're willing to step out into the unknown and not hold back on your ideas, express it through speech, and you will find the light within you. So the extended message is to expect the unexpected, expect miracles. Real turnaround is possible now. Angels are dancing around you. Leave behind thoughts, memories, and feelings that no longer serve you. Remember that you are love. Move into your heart and allow the love to shine out into the world, and then miracles will happen. Okay, so the feminine. Right now, I'd like you to think of a question, and the angels will answer it for you. So while I'm shuffling, just think of a question. It can be related to the spread, related to something you've been thinking about a lot, and we'll see what the answer is for you. Okay, when I was shuffling for the masculine, for the keepers of the light, there was a lot of confusion going on because the cards didn't line properly. But for the feminine, there's very firm shuffling, so I don't think you're confused. I think you know where you're going, and you need to integrate all of these aspects of yourself. There's something that is a mystery right now, and it's coming into your consciousness, but that's yet to be discovered. And the answer is wait. So you know where you're going, and you are quite confident, but there is something that still is going to be integrated into your life to complete whatever you would like to accomplish at this moment. So wait it out. When it's time, the perfect moment will present itself to you. Don't rush it. Okay, and now for the masculine, think of a question, and let's see what answer the angels have for you. Okay, the card flew out. Okay, and the answer for you is ask for help from others. So this idea that you have, you may know how to execute it, but if you ask for help from others and work as a community, like the feminine is integrating right now, you will find the answers more easily. And when you communicate through speech, you will get to this place you always wanted to be, which is that love within you. You'll find it much more easily. So it's just to integrate. And if you have been feeling lonely and like you're the only one who's feeling these things and that you can't share, that's not true. Do share it with people, and you'll see how much faster things manifest. So I wish all of you all the best. Integrate all of these energies. It's a really powerful full moon, and just keep doing you. Keep living your truth, and the more you're in alignment with yourself, the happier that you are, and the more in gratitude that you can live, and the more miracles will come your way, just as you expected them, or even better. Thank you.